Okay, welcome back to the channel, the Case and Linds YouTube.
I'm Case.
I'm Linds. Today we have, I think is a really good, if I were getting extensions, this is something that I would be searching. It's Case. She's gonna go over a rundown of how to make your extensions last, right?
Yeah, this is kind of like a follow-up video because I already did a video after I had just gotten my extensions in. And now I've had them in for over a year. So I just kind of wanted to go through extension upkeep, how to keep them like healthy, because
You've done a good job.
I feel like having them for like a year and they're such an investment, I feel like it's worth.
You want to
take care of them. Yeah. My extensions are Bellhaven extensions. They're real human European hair.
She's Europe.
She's, you know, international.
She's an international, really?
But yeah, I really like them. I have had no issues with mine. I really like this brand.
How long do extensions typically last?
My girl said with taking care of them really well, a year. But I feel like I could definitely go longer with them.
You definitely could. I don't think that they don't look straggly like you need a new set at all.
They've definitely thinned out a little bit. Like I've lost like a little bit of like the thickness. We did trim them last time because honestly I picked my split ends, so that's why my ends were looking so sparse. But we ended up like trimming a little bit off just because they were getting like a little bit wispy at the end.
Okay.
I feel like what I've been doing to upkeep them is limiting the amount of times I'm washing my hair. I wash my hair once a week. My hair girl said 1 to 3 times a week max for washing the extensions, because it's not attached to your actual scalp. They don't get like the scalp oils basically, so you don't want to be stripping them by constantly washing them. So for me, I washed once a week, but you could wash 1 to 3 times max.
Wait, so if you have oil, like an oily scalp, then how did you do that? Like, did you oil train, or?
I've kind of been oil training. I mean, by the end of the week, my hair is absolutely disgusting.
Do you just like rely on dry shampoo?
Dry shampoo.
How do you make it last a week?
I blow dry my hair. I feel like if you have fine and thin hair, for some reason, like blow drying my hair makes my hair not get oily. Like I swear.
Yeah.
As quick. So I can blow dry my hair, and then probably by day 3 then I start getting oily. If I don't blow dry my hair and I just let my hair air dry, literally by the next day I already feel like my hair is getting oily.
Gotcha.
So I feel like that was another thing I did. Limiting heat, so only using heat on my hair once a week. My routine was wash my hair, blow dry it, and like style it however I wanted for the week, because the extensions hold a curl like really long or a crimp or whatever. So I just did it the day I was styling my hair, and then that way you're only using heat on your hair 1 time a week basically.
Gotcha.
Okay, so another thing you want to be super mindful of is just making sure that they're super moisturized. Like I said, since they're not attached to your scalp, they don't get like the natural oils from your scalp. So you have to really make sure you're using a lot of moisturizing products. When I shower, I always use a mask, like once a week, use a hair mask. And the night before that, I'll do an oil, just a regular oil mask, like on my scalp and on my ends.
That's a good tip. So you're really hydrating them before you shower so that you're not stripping away. You're like adding moisture and then you're shampooing.
Yep.
Okay. That makes sense.
And I don't shampoo the ends, obviously. I feel like you're not supposed to do that anyway. Put in the mask while I'm in the shower, rinse, leave it on for like 10 minutes, rinse it out. And then once I get out of the shower, I make sure I use the Bumble and Bumble. It's like a heat protectant.
Oh yeah, you love that. You've repurchased it all the time.
And leave-in conditioner. So I'll make sure I put that in and then like brush out my hair to detangle and like keep it moisturized. And then I'll put in another oil to make sure that like it's like shiny.
Once you're out of the shower.
Out of the shower, yeah. And then with washing your hair too, I touched on this in the first video, but it's really been a game changer. And even when I get these out, I'm still gonna do this because I think for fine and thin hair, this is like really helpful if you get product buildup on the crown of your head. I basically just would like separate and split my hair in between the wefts. So I do like all this top hair and then wash in between like my first weft, and then split it up again and then wash in between my next weft. Am I making sense?
You're sectioning so that you get all of your scalp.
all of your scalp and to keep where your bands are, whatever, my wefts, like clean. You don't want product buildup or oil to like sit on them. Also, you never want to go to sleep with your hair wet. My girl said that you can develop mold in your extensions if you do that.
Because of the moisture.
Because of the moisture.
Yikes.
So I was super mindful of that. I only ever like basically wash my hair in the morning, just so like even if I'm blow drying it and then leaving the ends like a little bit wet, they're fully dry by the time I go to bed.
Do the extensions take longer to dry than your natural hair?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, because I have very fine and thin hair. My extension hair is a little bit more coarse. So I feel like, I don't know, I feel like people with thicker strands, it takes longer to dry.
I mean, my hair will literally take like 3 days to dry, so.
Insane, yeah. No,
sure.
my natural hair will dry in like 20 minutes. Another thing I touched on in the first video that I really didn't end up doing much, but I feel like it will be helpful, is she always said to sleep in a braid. I kind of lost my momentum with that, and I would just sleep in a low pony, but I still feel like it's helpful, like not to just sleep with your hair out, because extensions will get tangled so easily. So you just want to like try and not be like, you know, rolling all over them. So I just slept with my hair like pulled back to try and eliminate like matting, because they can really get matted. I've seen some TikTok videos of girls who got the extensions and then like went on vacation or something and like it just gets completely matted. So you have to be mindful, you know? Mm-hmm. Also, I know I just touched on like vacation. My girl was like, you really don't want to swim.
Yeah, when we went to Hawaii, you were really good about it.
Like I really like kept it up on my head, because I did not. I don't know if that's
You did like a high pony when you swam?
Yeah, remember I put it like right on my head?
You did, yeah. She tried really hard not to get her extensions wet, especially because the ocean water, it's so salty, and they do get matted so quickly. I feel like the few times that you did, it was like you had to shower immediately after.
Had to shower and like detangle and get like, yeah, the ocean water off. So just be mindful of that. And then my last tip is when I'm in the salon, things that we did to extend like the lifetime of my extensions was we didn't dye them. She just did like a very good color match to my hair. So we've never actually put bleach. We've just toned them every time I've come in to brighten them back up. But that I feel like is like a game changer, not putting any bleach on the actual extension. And then to help with my natural hair, instead of doing just a mini move up where you take the bead and you kind of scoot it up your natural hair, most of the time she would just take them out and then reinstall, which takes more time, but I feel like is a lot less tension.
It's less like stress on your natural hair.
Yeah, it's less stress on your natural hair than just like moving them up. And also when you're reinstalling, you're getting like a different
clump of hair
instead of just like yanking on the same hair. So I feel like doing that has really helped my natural hair as well.
Another tip I feel like is that you bring a brush with you everywhere. I know that that's simple, but like I feel like you're very diligent about bringing like your little tangle teaser brush with you. Yeah. And like making sure that like if you're in the bathroom, then you're like combing it out and making sure.
Yeah, the hair extension girlies will know. You just gotta,
you gotta bring a brush
them
with you
out a little
everywhere.
bit. They can get a little separated at times, but you gotta have a brush. I've really loved having extensions. I don't regret getting them at all. It's been literally like my favorite thing ever, because if you're someone who has like fine and thin hair and you've always wanted like long mermaid hair, I feel like this was very fulfilling for my life. Like I just have always wanted
feeling complete
thick hair, and it's just made me like so happy. So if you're thinking about it, I definitely recommend do your research. I feel like the type of hair you get is really important. I feel like who you go to is really important. I love my hair girl. She's literally the best. If it's something you really want, I totally feel like it's worth the investment.
I feel like when you're getting extensions, there's like 2 aspects that you really have to keep in mind when it comes to upkeep. I think one is maintaining the health of the actual wefts and the actual hair extensions, and then I feel like it's also really important that you're supporting your actual natural hair's health as well.
Totally, yeah.
So I feel like you've done a really good job, and they look really good still, and you've had them for an entire year. If you guys have any other questions about extensions, then feel free to leave them in the comments, and Case will go ahead and answer those. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We post a bunch of beauty things, new videos every Friday.
Thanks for watching. See you next week.
See you next week.